We are back. And what this means is that a lot has happened since we were last here. The main thing being the release of patch number 5, where patch number 5 fixed a lot of things. One of the things that it changed that I was very curious about, because it's been oft exploited, is feign death allowed you to kind of like, without issue, endlessly steal from people. That has been fixed. Now, if you try to pickpocket someone who is unconscious, you will help them up if you are an ally of theirs. But anyways, we are back. We have a lot of things to check out. Our team has had some gear changes. For instance, Shadowheart is now wearing Kethric's armor, looking sharp as ever. Shadowheart, well played. But there is some bad news that we need to discuss. So, in my inventory, I have the Closed Mind, the Slave Mind, and the Dark Mind. These two minds, from not the last episode, but the episode before, in terms of live streaming, could be put into a machine so that you could read them in the Mind Flayer colony, which was super cool. Great bit of flavor. These two, though, came from the Nautiloid, and this one came after we found that machine. You cannot return to the Mind Flayer colony, which means that because these were in our camp inventory and not on hand for the adventure, we will never know what they have to say. Now, I went and checked. I have it on good authority that they don't say anything that like changes the game. They're just kind of like fun, interesting things. But I wanted to throw that out there. So we will be taking these and we will be sending them to camp. And they will never be seen again because there's no second piece of applicability for them. The second thing, and this is perhaps a bigger thing, is because you can't travel to camp during the Mind Flayer colony experience, you can't change your party. So we were locked into our hero, Shadowheart, Lae'zel, and Astarion. The problem with that combination is that it lacks will. And Will had a unique interaction with Mizora that we were very excited to see that can yield a special item that is particularly spicy, especially for Warlocks. Now, it's looking like in this playthrough we are not going to be playing Warlocks, so I'm not going to go crazy. There's also some applicability with Bards because it allows you to add your spellcasting modifier to your attack hit rolls as well. So for College of Sword Bards or Warlocks with Pact of the Blade, it's like an S tier weapon. So to that end, if at some point we decide that it is precluding us from doing a build that we're particularly excited about, I am happy to go ahead and cheat the item in so that we have it. Basically, it was like a minor bit of dialogue with Will that we missed out on. But with that done and our party formed up, the next step in our little experience here, I think we talked to Art, right? I think we did.
Thank you, my friend. Maybe we'll meet again in another life.
Okay. Hopefully that doesn't mean that he's bucking the kick it. But we have a lot to do back at camp. So yeah, so you can use Cheat Engine right now to add in items. So we may do that if push comes to shove. But we're going to head to camp. We have a lot of people to talk to. Given that we're at such kind of like an iconic moment, I want to kind of do the clockwise and talk to everybody. And then we know we have a party afterwards. But let's start with Astarion.
I never saw myself as a banisher of shadows before. I was always more of a lurker-in, historically.
Fair enough. Okay, we have all these to talk about, but none of these are related to what we're currently doing. I'll come back to these two, as I think they're moving the needle further.
The shadows are losing their grip on these lands. Shah can indeed be thwarted. Comforting to know.
She looks pretty cool in Kethric's armor, I will say.
Something?
There's some matters I wanted to discuss.
I'm sorry. It might be best kept until later. I'd be a poor counsel and worse company just now.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, people have speedrun it. I think they are patching a lot of the bugs that were allowing kind of like the exceptional speedruns. Oh, I gotta say hi to the owlbear.
You smell very delicious, but I will not bite you.
We'll pet the cub.
Ooh, more.
I hate that he says ooh more and then we can't pet him again. You know? It seems like they should just left that dialogue option up. Let's see if Scratch has anything going on.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
I am indeed. Pet the doggos. Good start to a stream always. Olive has been a very itchy girl this week. But yeah, the other thing that people have been speedrunning in this game is making it to the first sex scene.
Greetings.
Okay, nothing new there. So now we got Will stuff. I'm gonna hang on to the Will stuff for a second. Let's talk to. So by the way, so somewhere here, Camp Companions. Oh, it's so cool. Look at all these javelins I left on her. Oh, it's so cool. Wait, so now can I have tab up and this, and can I move this? Oh, it's so good. Perhaps the strongest motivator. Perhaps the strongest motivator. What's in your herb bag right now? A shadow fungus that does not appear to be an herb. How interesting. Huh. Mystery shadow fungus. Hold on. Also, let's play a little fetch while we're here. Still love that. Good boy. All right, let's talk to Karlach. She's got some serious stuff going on.
You saw Gortash, didn't you? What the fuck was he doing down there? Is all of this because of him? The tadpole, the absolute. How?
I don't know how this plot fits together, but we will stop him. It seems he's a servant of Bane, as Ketheric served Mercule. Who knows what powers he's gained since you knew him. I'm going to say we will stop him.
I was his bodyguard. I looked after him with my life. I trusted him more than anything.
I see.
He gave me away to Zariel just for kicks. He ruined my life just when it was starting.
That is pretty crummy.
And now he'll use up the entire Sword Coast. He has to die. And I'm gonna be the one who kills him.
You're not part of the active party, so check your expectations. We'll do it together, whatever it takes. That's fair.
He can't get away with what he's done. To me. To us. He won't get away with it.
All right, there we go. Good stuff. Oh, she is on fire after that discussion, for sure. We got Chihiro. We got Will. I'm kind of waiting on Will. That's a big one.
I would not linger in this land over long. But whatever your business, I will aid you if I can.
Okay. Was she in our list over here? She's not in our list. Interesting. Maybe I have to. Hold on. Let's ask Lae'zel to stay here for a second. Also, Gale's got some weird staffs. We gotta fix that up. Let's see. Wait for me in camp.
Are you sure that's the best course of action? Confirmed.
Okay. So maybe we have to get her to join us once, and then she'll lock in as an option.
I would not linger in this land over long. But whatever your business, I will aid you if I can.
We can trade with her? Okay, well, she doesn't have anything for trade. That's a little weird, though. Join
As you
me.
wish.
Okay, so she's part of the crew now. Let's see. So we gotta do our standard stuff. These get sent to camp. We don't need those. We're not gonna bother leveling her up.
Go.
but it is cool. It is cool to have her.
Let's move.
So let's test this out. Now
I would
if
not linger in this land
we
over
heard you
long,
the first 7 times.
But you're sure?
I am sure.
Later then.
Okay. So now if I click on this, does she show up? Nice. Okay,
Don't
good.
waste a step.
Good. All right, let's get Lae'zel back in the posse.
Greetings. It is done.
Okay. Yeah. At some point we'll level up Jaheira. Okay. We did Jaheira. We did Karlach. Let's see if Thaniel has anything new to say.
Your path leads away from me, I sense. Be safe. Perhaps one day you will see the fruits that your victory has sown here.
Maybe in some type of epilogue, Thaniel. How's Arabella doing?
If Bowman says I'll be alright, I'll be alright. I just wish it was different. I wish Mom and Pops was here.
Hey, Alex. Welcome. Oh, that was you over there. Sorry, I just saw your message in YouTube. I knew you were already here. I saw the red hand, and the first YouTube message gets eaten each stream. It's a sacrifice that we make. I'll fix it this weekend. You've been so strong, they'd be proud of you.
I don't feel so strong. Or anything, really. Just tired.
So my implementation eats the first message due to a handshake with a WebSocket server in Lustrous, and then YouTube eats a random number of messages due to its all-consuming hunger. But two different sources.
Thing here. A welcome change to give this land a sliver of hope amongst so much despair.
God, comparing this to Midnight Suns is so cruel. So cruel. All right. So this should be the big one. I really want that stuffed bear head in my inventory, but that's okay. All right, we got Will. Do you want to maybe we do these two first? Let's do Isabel and Aelin, and then we'll do Will, because Will's gonna be a big one.
I can't believe it. I can't believe Aelin is here. And my father. I heard what happened. What he'd become. By killing him. You set him free. You set Aelin free. And me.
And a story that I couldn't care less about in Lustrous. That's the other piece of it. You and Aelin seem to have a lot of history. What happened? I feel there's a great deal you haven't told me. Aren't you at all sad about your father's fate? Let's start with the history.
A great deal. But still, some of the details elude me. Ketheric Thorm was my father.
Right,
He
we knew.
raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When
This
an
game is just
emissary of
beautiful.
Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight?
Love? Lust hourly? We'll steer clear of the horny option. There's a magic in a look. I certainly believe you are Star Trek at least. No. Let's go. Certainly there's magic in a look.
That's exactly it. And I tell you, I took one look at her and I just knew. She was it. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... And this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how or why, but all was black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped.
He'd become the chosen of Merkill. Did he shout boo? Ooh, that's a that's a tempting one. We're gonna tell her that he'd become the chosen of Merkill.
I didn't know that then. But I could see the change in him. He told me we'd be together now. Said that Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak. Could only run. I found last light within the shadows. Made a shelter there. Prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors plaguing this land. My home. I couldn't tell her who I was. I had to protect them. And myself. No matter what.
All's well that ends well.
It's all out in the open now. And with my father dead, I have nothing to fear. Except for Aelin. She needs healing. Rest. I'm grateful for your help. Your friendship. I hope we won't intrude on your hospitality too long. But I'm grateful for a safe place to... well... just to be.
I got your back. Alright, cool. And then Aelin, what do you have to say?
There you are.
Looking
I have
sharp.
awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come closer.
Step closer, stay back, step closer.
Feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory. Moon Maiden Selûne, hear me. Ketheric Thorm, traitor, apostle of Merkel, is dead at last. My mate, Most High. Darling Isabel is safe and well. Safe and well, and return to my embrace. Blessings upon the slayer of the Wicked One.
I've taken gold over a prayer. Where's the silver light, the moon magic? I'll just be kind here.
We are a powerful party indeed. Faerun itself trembles at our touch. My darling Isabel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pleased to hear it.
There's still a great deal about you I don't know. How do you intend on spending your newfound freedom? Let's say, what do we know?
Ask, and I will tell.
Okay. Are you really Selûne's daughter? How did you come to be trapped in Shadowfell? You and Isabel seem to have a lot of history. Let's start with...
Do I not radiate with my mother's brightness, her glory? There can be no doubt. I am of her silvered flesh, her celestial womb.
I can see that in Lustrous. Your mother be willing to aid us in the fight against the Dead 3. How do you come to be trapped in Shadowfell? I mean, let's see if this is an interesting question.
Why, she already has. She has brought her sword to your side, Dame Aelin. So mighty are her wonders, her great wisdom. Together, we will set this fair land free of tyranny and murder.
And we will set it free with tyranny and murder. Nailed it. All right. How did you come to be trapped in Shadowfell?
Ketheric Thorm, father of my one and only love, enslaver of Dame Aelin.
Talking in the third person?
Ketheric Thorm never did trust me, even when he worshipped the Moon Maiden. He was threatened by my love for Isabel, by her love for me. When she died, curse the day, the hour, we each of us mourned bitterly. But Ketheric's pain could be touched by no aid, no boundary. He turned to wretched Shah, the Lady of Loss, for relief. And she whispered into his ear, poisoning his mind. He and his loathsome advisor, Balthazar, lured me into the Shadowfell, claimed they'd found someone in need of my aid. There, they trapped me in their infernal cage.
Cage made of mage hands.
Killed, murdered, made dead over and over and over by justiciars of every make and kind. I was reborn, for it is my nature. And Ketheric fed upon my immortality all the while.
Interesting.
But lo, the brute is dead, and we live!
Cool. Weird way to end that conversation, but that's fine. All right. And now for the big one. From my perspective.
With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure. We're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun.
Okay, how do we... So, Mizora said you... you can say what led to your pact and exile. It's time to know the truth. How does it feel to be a devil? I'd like you to join me. What do you know about Orin and Gortash? Absolute's cult has Raven Guard. Where will they take him? Let's start with finding out about his pact.
Yes, but first a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it?
I wouldn't give up my soul. We'll say I'd give up my life if it meant keeping the residents safe. We'll be kind.
As would I. And more. I was 17. Father, older Raven Guard, had just been named a Grand Duke and was called away to Elturel to help settle a dispute. That's when the Cult of the Dragon made its move.
The Cult of the Dragon, a fractured religion. Some believers hold that undead dragons will inherit the world. Others worship the dragon goddess Tiamat and intend to summon her to Faerun.
Cool, cool. Alright, Cult of the Dragon infiltrated Baldur's Gate to what end? Let's let him continue the story.
A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill. The Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened.
Alright, tadpole magic.
In the looming shadow of the mount, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth.
Dragon stuff.
The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears in the storm. The first of Tiamat's 5 heads. As the maelstrom howls, Mizora's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul and I will give you the power to save it, she whispers.
Interesting. Okay.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness, and I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city.
A brave choice and a frightening one. You took on 25 cultists on your own. I find that hard to believe. Let's say brave choice and a frightening one. I think that's fair.
I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. The moment I agreed, I burned with the fires of Avernus and oozed the rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 grayed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed.
Is that how you lost your eye in the battle with the Cult of the Dragons? Let's go with that.
It is. The one scar I ever bore of it. Mizora replaced it with a sending stone. She uses it to track my location and speak from a distance.
Oh,
I could
interesting.
flee to the spine of the world, or the depths of the lower dark, and still never shake her.
Surely Mizora doesn't care about Baldur's Gate. Why would she want to save it? I think she was more interested in Soul, but let's say that.
She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel. Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Mizora's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie.
Right, but only for the next 6 months. Okay, and what about your father, the Grand Duke?
He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Mazura had swept it clean. I showed him my stone eye, but he only turned away.
Ah, boo.
After, he said only one word. Go. So I did.
All right, so if the Duke dies, we're not that sad about it. I'll return to the subject later.
I understand.
All right, the Absolute, they have Raven Guard. What do you know of Gortash and Ornn?
I'd never heard tell of, but Gortash I know. Or know of, more precisely. A self-styled strategic advisor to Baldur's Gate's peers. A bit player with dreams of a leading role, the way Father told it. He had no use for Gortash, and even less for his advice. I don't remember much beyond that. But where these Chosen are concerned, I have a suspicion we're about to know more than we'd like.
Seems fair. Okay, then where will they take Ravengard?
Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate flow through it. It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist and their commander, my father. The Absolute's army's on the march. Gods forbid a tadpoled Grand Duke throw open the gates for them.
That seems like their plan. All right. Must be furious at your father's throwing you out of the city.
No, never. He did the only thing he could. In his eyes, I invited a devil into our midst. I was a fool at best, a traitor at worst, and Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither.
Fair enough. Do you miss your father? I suppose I can't blame him. For all he knew, you'd sprout horns any second. Ooh, that's a rough one. If I were your father, I would have killed you on the spot. Let's go with you miss him.
More than you know. The better question is, did he ever miss me? If he did, he missed the Will Ravengard he once knew, not the hell-touched warlock he returned to.
All right, let's leave. All right. More dialogue sorted. That's the camp. I cleaned up our stash, obviously, beforehand. I'm over the freaking moon about this. We'll clean up inventories later. I'm not going to worry about it. It's nice that you can change people's outfits, though, too. But it is time. Oh, actually, one thing we should do. One thing I wanted to check here. We have some spell slots left over. Let's try a restoration. Okay, target is not blinded. I want to see if this will get rid of our dislocated shoulder. Did not. What the heck do we do to get rid of this dislocated shoulder? Are we just going to have a dislocated shoulder for the rest of the game? Maybe. Maybe we will. All right, well, we'll rest, and we'll try a long rest to sort it out. And this should be quite a long rest. Sleeping gets rid of it, Miko? Cool. I was wondering. All right, here we go. Long rest time. All right, so Aelin wants to chat. Looks like that's the balance of it.
All right, what now?
I just need to ram my shoulder into a school locker, it seems.
What do you know about me? You spoke of my past, being chased by wolves. I told no one about that. Almost no one. But I certainly didn't share that with you.
There is nothing I can tell you that you do not already know yourself. They trained you well, trained you hard. Chiseled away any part of you that did not fit their plan. They made you forget.
I chose to do that. For the mission to protect Shaz.
Secrets. Yes, yes, that is an old song, girl. Your goddess cares more for her precious secrets than she does her devotees.
Get to the point.
When you freed me, You severed a bond between me and that dog, Thorm. A bond of pain. His, inflicted on me. When I laid eyes on you, I sensed a similar bond. You, tethered to 2 others. Someplace distant. Let me help you remember.
You feel Shadowheart's mind tug at the edges of your own. You know this sensation. She wants you to see whatever is about to be revealed.
Okay. Happily. Open your mind. Free your mind.
Joins with Shadowheart's. Something pulls at you both, bringing you elsewhere.
Oh, young Shadowheart. And the wolves. That's Jaheira, clearly. Maybe Halsin. Oh, we didn't talk to Halsin earlier. Okay, not Halsin, but human. Or elven. Yeah, pointy ears.
Something sparks in your memory. Teachings about Selûnite rites of passage, about how they would abandon their children out in the wilds and force them to find their way home. It seems that one child never came back. She was taken.
What? Who was that man?
You already know. Did you not see yourself in him? Do you not recognize your own blood?
Oh, that was Dad?
My father.
Whoa.
That was him.
That's a big reveal.
Is him. He lives still. And your mother, too.
Whoa.
No. It can't be. I'm an orphan.
And who told you that? Your adoptive family?
This is the biggest twist to date.
You were young, impressionable. They took you because they wanted to break and remake you. But you are a child no longer. You are a woman. One who knows what must be done.
My parents. I need to save them.
This is a serious twist. I'll help.
Your parents are with your abductors. You will need to return to their lair. But be warned. You may have once thought of them as comrades, mentors, friends, even lovers. They will all be enemies now. You have been forewarned for what is to come. But not yet forearmed.
Oh! The Spear of Night. I thought that was cast in Shadowfell. I thought it was too. Let's observe silently.
The spear. How do you have it? I threw it into the Shadowfell.
That's what I was going to say.
Shara's quick to discard whatever she has no use for. I think you know that well enough. But I felt it call to me as I took flight. Whatever Shar calls her own, Selûne has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored.
Wow.
Take it. You will find it useful. What you do with it, that will be up to you.
But this is not the...
Same as before.
It's not the Ascendant version,
Every
I think.
advantage, it seems. Thank you.
Right, this is...
A debt repaid. You returned my life unto me. Now go and claim your own.
It hurts.
Wait, aren't you through that?
Shar torments you still. What a spiteful creature
Freebie's a
she is.
freebie. Truth.
This will not stop until you take action. See that your parents' sacrifices are not in vain. Allow the Moon Maiden to guide you at last.
Oh my gosh, wait, it is the... Holy cow. Okay, so I thought that this spear was not going to be... Like, when we first got it, it was blue. Wow, okay. Well, this changes things. Right, because it was the equivalent of the Moonlight Glaive. At least that's my uneducated version of things. So we'll put it there for now. Gain advantage on wisdom saving throws and perception. Okay, this is a different spear though. Cast Moonbeam. Which does 30 damage. And we can use our action to move it each turn. And then it gives us Moon Mote. Illuminate the area with wisps of moonish light that can make movement difficult for enemies and bolster your allies' damage. At the start of their turn, each hostile creature within the light must succeed on a wisdom saving throw, or they will treat the lighted area as difficult terrain. Allies within the light deal additional radiant damage. Whoa, interesting. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. It does. It's not quite as good as the old version.
Light on my feet.
Is Halsin up in this piece? Why is Halsin not here? I think we talked to him before. Also, we need to get this guy some better underwear. He's looking a little weird. All right, but I think we could do another round. Let's just talk to Astarion and see if it gives us anything new.
So, it's a quest to free Shadowheart's parents, is it?
Yep.
And here I was, worried I'd be the only one with a difficult family reunion waiting in the city.
Always has something to say. All right. Some point we'll have to go through all his dialogue.
Almost pleasant traveling with company. If you ignore all the less pleasant aspects.
All right. So it looks like people are pretty cool with it. Let's just let's get our rest on. I think we're gonna have a party before we rest, but we'll see. Give this a quick auto select. Okay, chicken egg is fine. I check this only because occasionally there's like food that gets put in here that is special, and I don't want us eating an owlbear egg or something like that. All right, here we go. No party? There's supposed to be. I was promised a party. No party. Wow. All right. Got more Shadowheart stuff to do. Let's ask Lae'zel to cool it for a second.
Shadowheart was no true child of Shar, merely a captive. She must have her vengeance.
Sound familiar, Lae'zel? You had some of that going on too. You were part of a cult as well. Wait for
Are
me
you
to camp.
sure that's the best course of action? Confirmed. Until...
Yeah, we're good. All right, let's see. Let's do... Gotta do Cassie stuff.
This vessel is at thine. This soul.
Ooh, new level up for him too. We'll do that quickly. I don't know if we're better off doing another level of cleric or another level of druid. Druid gives us new forms, which we don't really need. So we'll go by this path. I don't think we get anything new here that I'm like that is game changing. But new spell slots means new spell slots is new spell slots. Oh, where is Oh, casting spells blocked. I'm standing in the anti-magic aura.
At the ready.
Resisto potato. That's what I heard. I don't know about anyone else. All right, we'll do dark vision with our other companion. So the only thing left to do is to good bury ourselves silly. A button that allows you to summon all of the good berries you are capable of would be a welcome addition. Those level 5 good berries doesn't get much better than that. Alright, good berries go over there. Now, if we wanted to get ridiculous, which we don't,
This vessel is at thine. Thou art.
is we could
This vessel is at this soul.
we could use Jaheira and
Let's move.
and the rest as Goodberry bots too, but that is a Goodberry too far. All right, we'll go Transmuter Stone. We'll send over there, and then we wanted. How do we not have Dark Vision on our list? Got all these spells prepared and not Dark Vision. Tisk tisk. Alright, so we made our Transmuter Stone. We did our Dark Visions. So I think we're done with our camping stuff.
To rest.
This vessel is at thy thou art.
If not over.
Now we did pick up another Cloud Giant nail, so we could start rocking Lae'zel with Cloud Giant strength all the time.
Greeting.
Pretty tempting.
It is done.
Because it's fun when she has 27 strength. She becomes an absolute monster. But let's see. We'll hit that with a save just because we've done some stuff. Let's talk to Shadowheart. She's got a quest indicator.
I've been lied to. My whole life. And I was gullible enough to just believe it. My parents are alive, and I have to save them.
Miko.
I think a part of me always knew that. A part that Shah denied to me.
Is that overkill? I like the good berries because it means that we can usually save a short rest or two. You've been forced to live a lie, at least now the truth is starting to reveal itself, or you have a lot on your mind, but we need to stay focused. So my parents are alive, and I have to save them. I think part of me always knew that, a part that Shar denied me. Dare I suggest Shar may have had her reasons. Let's go with you've been forced to live a lie. Let's go with that.
Indeed. But the truth may yet prove painful. Who knows what Shah still keeps from me. We'd better press on for now, and hope we're ready when the moment comes. But before that, there's one thing I need to see to.
Oh, and what's that?
You'll see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me.
Okay. Very, I won't say ominous, but something like that. All right, let's see. I think we're ready to go.
Begone, friend. I have a darling to adore.
You should join our camp permanently. We fight the powers of evil together. I mean, I'll try it out.
Our thoughts are as one, my friend. You must face the chosen of Bane and Baal.
Why not, Miko?
I will do my part to see them laid low.
I'll miss a merchant. Oh, interesting. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. I wish someone had told me about the infernal rapier shenanigans that I was going to get into trouble with Will. That was a bummer to miss. Okay, so I need to bring someone instead of her. She's been like a regular staple of my posse. We could roll Jaheira for a little while. That could be fun. And also, am I about to head into Act 3, or is Act 3 Worm's Rest? Because I was wondering about that as well. I know, time to spice things up. I don't know who I replace her with. There's like a little bit of Gale temptation from a replacement perspective. By the way, I found this in our herb pouch, but it's clearly not an herb, so that's very interesting. Yeah, I don't know what this shadow fungus is, but I only have one of them. So it goes into the special box full of special things. Oh yeah, these need to go away too. Let's see, that's my explodey box. This is my container box. I don't exactly remember where I put all of this garbage. I'll figure it out later. I hate these free alchemy pouches and camp supply pouches. They just clutter things up. Go on a solo adventure to prove your superiority. It's at the start. He is a quest NPC in Shadow Heart's quest. And your choice will make him angry, and he won't sell you stuff if he sees her. Okay. But, like, I guess what I'm asking is the Act 3 progression point, like, now? Do I need to swap her out for someone else right now? I don't really have a good replacement. I guess it's going to be Jaheira, which means we need to level up Jaheira. Let's pop a quick save. Okay, I have time. All right. Well, we'll save it, and we'll learn the hard way. We're going to be going to the road to Baldur's Gate. We've done most of the buffing. We need to do Lae'zel's self-buffing routine, though. So that goes down. Drake-Throat Glaive goes in. We do this with Thunder Enchant when in doubt. There we go. She picks that up. Swapsies. All right. Does that still work, or did that get fixed? Nope. Still works. Necrotic Force and Thunder damage on her sword.
These things have stayed interesting.
Wondering if there's anything else in the checklist that I've forgotten. Looks pretty good. I do need to start learning scrolls as we need stuff. I have a lot of scrolls to learn. All right, there's mystery stuff before. I love to hear it. Okay, well let's
moving ahead.
Let's leave camp. We should still be in Moonrise. Halsin is still here. I want to check in with Halsin real quick.
I swear, I can already feel a change in the air. Like the curse itself knows its time is short.
Okay. I think he's still with us. All right. I could use a waypoint, but let's check with her real quick. Just make sure.
Just tell me what you need.
Since she should have new stuff. See if there's anything that we need. We love that. Let's make sure there's no potions. Oh, heck yeah. Cloud Giant Potion for freezies. Arrow of Dragon Slaying is good. I think we have enough lightning arrows and solving arrows. Undead Slaying often comes in handy. We have most enough of the scrolls. +2 scimitar. This is really only 162? Jeez. What a bargain. All right, we'll buy all this stuff. I don't see anything else here that's too important. I don't think, at least. Thank you.
Lady Light away.
I'm gonna toss that over to Lae'zel. Toss these over to our boy. Send that to camp.
Was someone there?
I'll never turn down a multi-hit arrow or one of the explodey arrows. Although our multi-hit arrows are starting to get pretty good. Elemental Slaying lives here. And Undead Slaying lives here. Is this really... This is not a... I don't know why the smoke powder arrow ends up last. Alright.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Alright, so the road to Baldur's Gate is over here. I'm gonna take a meander through Shadowfell, just to... Or not through Shadowfell, but through the Cursed Lands one last time. There's a crate full of corpses over here. I still can't believe there was nothing inside of this door. That was a rough one. One last trip through our old stomping grounds. Oh, this doesn't lead the way I wanted it to. All right, we'll come over this way. Oh, hold on. Hold on. You know, every once in a while I'm like the things that they hide from us. We still in here? Oh, Blighted Troubadour. Okay, send that to Shadowheart, send that to Shadowheart. Recoup a tiny bit of our cash investment. So many things hidden in corners. This game will get ya.
The road to Baldur's Gate is up ahead. No turning back once we start down that road.
All right. No turning back once we start down that road. Noted. Can I turn this on yet, or? No, it does stay lit. Wait. Ooh, I saw a skeleton. Pile of bones there. What are the chances?
The Shadow Curse will soon be forgotten, thanks to us.
Right on.
The Absolute armies are on the march. Baldur's Gate is their target.
I think for the time being. I mean, does this come with any benefit? Grants fire resistance, +1 to ranged spell attacks. Yeah, I guess the incandescent staff is the correct one for us to be using on them. All right, we got ourselves a charred corpse. And what do we... Okay, this is to Baldur's Gate. Woo!